This is the exact formula that you can use to game the Amazon algorithm, get your product to the top of the search results, and make as much money selling products on Amazon as possible. And this works even if your product has 0 reviews. And I know that because I was able to use this method to launch a new product on Amazon and get to the top of the search results from day 1, even though my product had 0 reviews. And there's new research out that'll show you how to optimize your product to make as much money as possible with Amazon. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Travis. I'm a 7-figure Amazon FBA seller. I've taught a lot of people how to sell on Amazon, and I recently partnered with a random student in my Amazon FBA program to create and launch this product. And we've been documenting the entire series of creating and launching this product on Amazon here on this YouTube channel. So make sure to like this video because this is the exact formula you can use to get your product to the top of the search results on Amazon. And success on Amazon is directly related to how well your product ranks for different keywords. And keywords are what someone types into Amazon when they're searching for a product to buy. And the way that Amazon works is people go to Amazon, they search for whatever they're interested in purchasing, and then Amazon's algorithm determines how relevant your product is to their search results. And the crazy thing is, this graph right here shows that the top product that comes up in the search results gets most of the sales, followed by the second, third, and fourth product, and it's actually exponential, which means the higher up your product is on the search results, the more sales you're going to get. And the way to get your product higher up on the search results is through sales velocity. And sales velocity basically means over the last 8 days, how much of your product have you sold? And the more you can sell of your product, the higher up Amazon's gonna put your product on the search results. And that's where this formula comes in. You can think of sales velocity as 3 different components. The first component is the click-through rate, meaning when your product shows up on search results, how often does someone click through from the search results into your actual product listing page? The next number is the conversion rate. So once someone sees your product listing page, how often do they actually purchase the product? And your goal is to optimize these numbers as much as possible. And we've talked about in previous videos in the series how to do that. And here's some new research that shows how to optimize your click-through rate. And researchers hooked customers up to a computer, and the computer tracked where their eyes were looking. And this heat map shows where they were most likely to look. And the more red something is, that means that more people were looking in that area. And we can see here that the number one thing that people look at is the main image. That's where it's all red for this main image and it's all red for this main image. So what this means is the most important thing that you need to optimize to get a high click-through rate is your main image. The other thing that we can see that people look at is the sales price in the title. So using this information, we really want to make sure we maximize and make the best main image that we possibly can. Because the better that your main image is, the more likely that people are going to click through to your actual product listing. The second metric is your conversion rate. So once someone's actually clicked into your listing, you need to make sure that you maximize the chance that they're actually going to purchase. And that's where this heat map comes into play. So again, researchers hooked people up to a computer to see where their eyes are looking. And again, the main image was one of the most important things that they looked at. At this point, once they've actually clicked through, the next thing that they look at is the number of reviews. And your goal is to maximize the chance that when someone clicks on your product listing, that they're actually going to purchase your product. And I talked about in a previous episode of this series how to do that, but just as a quick refresher, your main image, all the other images, the bullet points, the title, and the number of reviews, you want to optimize all of those. So you're going to do everything that you can to maximize that when someone searches for a keyword, that they're going to click on your product from the search results. Then once they get to your product listing, you're going to do everything you can to maximize the chance that they'll actually purchase your product. But that's only half the equation. The other half of this equation is the ET, and this stands for extra traffic. Because when you first launch, yes, some people are going to find your product from searching for whatever your keyword is and organically finding your product. But most people, for the first couple weeks that buy your product, they're not going to find your product organically. They're going to find it from one of 2 different possible ways. The first one is through your tribe. If you follow the Passion Product formula, you should be growing your social media. You should be growing your email list. You should be growing your tribe so that when you launch your product, you have an email list that you can send out an email to and let them know that your product is live on Amazon. This is going to drive a ton of traffic to your product listing page and a ton of sales. This is going to let Amazon know that you have an amazing product, and it's going to make it so Amazon puts your product higher in the search results. But I know there's a good chance that you at home watching this video did not follow the Passion Product formula. You did not grow a tribe. So this is where the second thing that you can do to drive extra sales comes in, and that is Amazon advertising or Amazon PPC. And Amazon PPC is one of the most powerful tools that you can use to get sales for your Amazon product from day one, even if you have 0 reviews. And the way that Amazon PPC works is you can advertise on Amazon so that every time someone searches for whatever keyword that you choose, you will show up at the top of the search results. People will then click on your product and buy your product. And every time that customers do that, Amazon will realize that your product is a really good fit for this search phrase, which means that over time, Amazon's gonna rank your product higher up in the organic search results. And it's important to know that on Amazon, there is the sponsored search results that shows up at the top of the search results. And then there is the organic search results that you don't have to pay any money for. And those show up right below the sponsored search results. So if you wanna really get to the top of the search results, you need to pay to play. But in order to have long-term success on Amazon, you need to get to the top of the organic search results, because still most people that buy products off Amazon do actually purchase from the organic search results. Most people do have somewhat of an awareness that the products at the very top are sponsored, and a lot of people will scroll past those and go to the organic search results. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And I'm gonna show you in this video how to quickly and easily set up Amazon PPC. In fact, we're gonna be able to do it in under 5 minutes. I'll put a timer right here. And Amazon PPC, also known as Amazon advertising, works like crazy. And did you know that 66% of all people, when they're searching to buy a product online, they start their search on Amazon. And on average, people that use Amazon PPC see an ROI of 4x. That means for every $1 they spend, they get a return on their investment of $4. So let me show you right now a method that you can use to use Amazon advertising as soon as you launch your product, even if you have 0 reviews. And as I mentioned, when you first launch a product, you want to get as many sales as possible. So Amazon PPC is a great way to get a lot of sales and let the Amazon algorithm know that your product is relevant for certain searches. So we're going to go up to those 3 bars right there. We're going to click on it and we're going to go down to advertising and to campaign manager. From here, you can see there are a few different types of campaigns that you can choose. The easiest way for beginners to start is just sponsored products. We're going to click continue right here. You're then ready to get started. And the first thing you're going to do is create an ad group name. And we're just going to call this one Automatic Rocket Tea. Then we're going to scroll down and select the product that we want to advertise for. And we're going to select this product. And right now this product says out of stock, and it's not actually out of stock. It's just we've made it so it's not available yet, but we're still going to be able to set up everything in the meantime. We're going to scroll down here and we have 2 different options. We can either do automatic targeting or manual targeting. And I recommend everybody that's just about to start selling on Amazon to do automatic targeting at least. Later in this video, I'll also show you how to do manual targeting. So we're going to start off with automatic targeting and we're going to set a default bid. So it says that we should do a default bid of $1.43. For now, we're just going to leave it at $1.43, but in the future, we can adjust this depending on the performance. As we scroll down, we can see that there's a few different bidding strategies we can use. We can do dynamic bids down only, dynamic bids up and down, or fixed bids. Now, usually I just do fixed bids, but I don't see any downside of doing dynamic bids down only. It basically means that we're telling Amazon we're willing to pay $1.43 every time someone clicks on our ad, or you can always adjust it down. Now, the way that this works is you're not actually going to spend $1.43 every time someone clicks on your ad. That's just the maximum you're willing to spend. And the way Amazon calculates how much you'll actually spend is it takes your competitors. So if your competitor is willing to spend $1 and you're willing to spend $1.43, Amazon will charge you a penny above your competitors. So you'll end up paying $1.01. We can then come down here and we can put a name for this campaign. I'm just going to put Rocket Tea Automatic. And we can select a start date. And since our product is not even launching until September 20th, I'm gonna select that as the start date, and I don't recommend having an end date. Let the campaign run for as long as possible. You can always come in here manually and pause it if you feel the need to do that. From here, we're gonna select what we want the daily budget to be. I'm gonna put a daily budget of around $50, but it's up to you how much you wanna spend on your daily budget. From here, it asks you, do you wanna launch on other marketplaces? And no, we're just gonna launch in the United States marketplace. And the last thing that you're going to do is click the Launch Campaign button. From here, you can click on Go to Campaign Manager, and I'm gonna show you how to create another type of campaign. So that was the automatic campaign, and the way the automatic campaign works is Amazon just basically advertises your product for whatever it thinks is a relevant search phrase. And you can always add negative keywords and tell Amazon, hey, these are the things that we don't think our product is relevant for, but you're not really gonna know what those negative search phrases are until you start getting some data. And this is a key part about paying for Amazon PPC. When you first launch your Amazon advertising PPC campaign, you're probably not going to make money. But what you're going to get is a lot of data, a lot of information. You're going to be able to learn from that information how to optimize and maximize your campaigns. And over time, you're going to actually be able to create a profitable campaign. And one way to make it so that you're even more likely to actually be profitable with Amazon PPC is click on that create campaign, click continue for sponsored products. And this time, instead of doing the automatic targeting, we're actually going to do manual targeting. And manual targeting allows you to have a lot more control, and your chance of having success with manual targeting is a lot higher. On the other hand, the benefit with the automatic targeting is it's easier to set up, and sometimes you'll be able to find things that people are searching for in Amazon that you had no idea about. So we're going to go back up here. We're going to call this ad group Rocket T Manual Campaign. And then as we scroll down, we have two different options here. We can do keyword targeting or product targeting. We're going to go with keyword targeting. And as we scroll down here, it gives us a list of different things that people search for in Amazon, and we can choose to advertise for them. So we can see here that we could show up as an ad every time someone searches for high caffeine tea. And we have the choice between advertising it as a broad campaign, a phrase campaign, or an exact campaign. If we advertise it as a broad campaign, that means that anytime someone searches for the word high caffeine and tea, no matter what order it's in, no matter what else is in the search phrase, and no matter what else they are searching for. So for instance, they might say something like high MCT caffeine tea, and our ad would still show, even though they're not exactly searching for high caffeine tea. The next option we have here is phrase match, and that means that our ad will show as long as the phrase high caffeine tea shows up. It doesn't matter what words are before or after it, as long as that phrase shows up, then our ad is gonna show up. And the last option here is exact. And this means that our ad will only show up if someone searches exactly high caffeine tea in that exact order, and there's nothing else before or after their search phrase. And you can see here that high caffeine tea is actually the most expensive thing to advertise on. So from there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at all the different other options here and see what else is relevant. For instance, I see that energy tea, that's relevant because our product is a high caffeine tea that's gonna be giving you energy. And what you do from here is continue to look through all these different search results and see what keywords are relevant to our product. For now, in this tutorial, I'm just gonna do something very basic right here, and we'll scroll down and we're gonna name this campaign. We're also gonna name this campaign Rocket Tea Manual Targeting. And we're gonna select a start date and an end date if you so choose, and the daily budget. And once we're done with that, we're gonna click Launch Campaign. And if you're interested in learning more about how to use PPC to launch your product on Amazon, I partnered with an Amazon PPC expert and created an in-depth Amazon PPC training course. It's currently on sale for a huge discount. If you wanna learn more about that, there's a link right here, or you can click the link in the description down below to learn more about this program. We're selling this program at a very affordable rate. So if you're looking to learn more about Amazon PPC, click on the link right here to learn more about this Amazon PPC program.